Title: When the Unknown Rises. Prologue: The Whisper of the Void. In a space beyond the pixel-filled realms of games and television, a darkness stirred. It was not a shadow, nor a monster of flesh or circuitry. It was an idea made flesh, a living paradox, the unknown. Its voice was a chorus of silent questions, a promise that every mystery is a doorway. All unknowns hold potential, it murmured, and I shall become them all. From its unseen heart, it sent a ripple across the multiverse, a crack that stretched through the Mushroom Kingdom's glittering castles, the green hills of Green Hill Zone, the neon-lit labs of Dr. Light, and the thunderclad skies of Angel Grove. Somewhere, the heroes would feel the tremor. Chapter 1A: Blue Blur and a Pink Hammer. Sonic raced along the looping loops of Green Hill Zone, his quills flashing violet as he shouted his mantra. Gotta go fast. The world blurred, but a sudden, metallic chirp cut through the wind. A portal of shimmering static opened before him, spilling a violet hue that seemed to swallow light. From the vortex tumbled Amy Rose, her pink dress fluttering, hammer in hand, eyes wide with determination. Sonic, you won't believe what I just saw. Sonic skidded to a halt, the ground cracking beneath his heels. What's up, Amy? You look like you just survived a meteor shower. She handed him a small, humming device, a data crystal etched with a strange symbol. It was in Dr. Eggman's lab. He said it was a dimensional key. I think it opened a door to somewhere else. Before Sonic could answer, the crystal flared, projecting a holographic map that stitched together the Mushroom Kingdom, a futuristic cityscape of neon towers and a jagged, rocky canyon that pulsed with strange energy. A low rumble shook the hills. From the horizon rose a towering silhouette, the Megazord, its massive limbs clanking as it emerged from the very fabric of the unknown. Its pilots' helmets glowed with the same violet static as the portal. Whoa, Sonic breathed. Looks like we've got company. Chapter 2: The Metal Maestro. Elsewhere, amid the whir of conveyor belts and the scent of ozone Mega Man, the blue-capped robot was finishing a repair on a battered power buster. The ceiling above him flickered, an alarm blared, red lights flashing, intrusion detected. He turned, his arm cannon humming, and faced the ceiling. A panel burst open, and a cascade of data streams poured out, forming the same violet symbol from the crystal. A voice, half static, half human, echoed in his auditory sensors. I am the unknown. I will devour all certainty. Mega Man clenched his fist. Not on my watch. He launched his arm cannon, firing a charged Mega Buster straight at the data streams. The blast fragmented the violet, but each fragment multiplied, forming a portal that pulled him, his boots squeaking against the metal floor, into the same swirling vortex that had taken Sonic and Amy. Chapter 3: Princess in Peril, King in Fury. In the Mushroom Kingdom, Princess Peach was arranging a garden party when the sky cracked open. A vortex of violet tore through the clouds, pulling the castle's turrets into a dizzying spiral. Out of the maelstrom came Bowser, his spiked shell glowing with the same uncanny light, eyes narrowed. What's this, Bowser? Another one of your tricks? Peach asked, her voice steady despite the chaos. Bowser snarled. It ain't me, Peach. This thing feeds on possibilities. It wants to erase the very idea of a kingdom. From the vortex, Mario leapt, his red cap bobbing, his grin unshaken. Let's say go, he declared, pulling a bright superstar from his pocket. He hurled it into the vortex, the star's golden light colliding with the violet pulse, sending a shockwave that slammed the portal shut. Just enough time for him to rescue Peach and sprint toward the newly formed battlefield. Chapter 4: The Ranger's Call. High above Angel Grove, the Power Rangers stood on a rooftop, their suits glinting under the setting sun. Their communicators pinged simultaneously. Rangers, we've got a multiversal breach. All Zords are being pulled into a something. The voice on the speaker was calm, familiar, their mentor Zordon, though his tone was tinged with unease. We're on it, shouted Jason, stepping into his Red Ranger armor. The Rangers activated their Megazord, its core resonating with the violet static as it materialized in the center of the battlefield. The Megazord's massive hands clasped the ground, its head turning toward the other heroes now gathered. Sonic, Amy, Mega Man, Mario, Bowser, still reluctantly allied, and the princess. Together, shouted Zordon through the Megazord speaker. The unknown thrives on division. Unity is its antithesis. Chapter 5: The Unknown's Gambit. The violet figure coalesced into a humanoid shape, its body a swirling nebula of question marks and fractured realities. Its eyes were black holes, pulling at the hope and certainty of every being it faced. I am the sum of every untold story, every unsolved puzzle. I will become the endless void that swallows worlds, it declared, voice reverberating across dimensions. Sonic revved his speed, creating a sonic boom that fractured the air. Time to spin you right out of this, buddy. He darted around the unknown, leaving afterimages that tangled with the entity's form. Amy swung her hammer, each strike resonating with a heart-shaped charge of pure determination, cracking the violet armor like glass. Mega Man leapt into the fray, absorbing the unknown's own chaotic energy with his copy ability, turning it into a power boost that surged through his arm cannon. He fired a Mega Buster beam that split the entity into shards of raw potential. Mario, brandishing a fire flower, hurled fireballs that ignited the shards, turning raw possibility into bright, fleeting sparks. Bowser, surprisingly, unleashed a flame breath that fused the sparks into a temporary bridge of light, giving the others a path to the core. Amy, seizing the moment, hurled her hammer with all her strength, embedding it into the core of the unknown. The hammer glowed pink, radiating love and resolve, the very forces that the unknown feared. The Megazord, its massive arms outstretched, lifted the core and slammed it onto the ground, creating a quake that reverberated through all realities. The violet aura fractured, each piece spiraling outward, turning into constellations of new possibilities instead of oblivion. Chapter 6: The Doorway Opens. When the dust settled, the battlefield was a mosaic of worlds stitched together. The unknown was gone, replaced by a shimmering archway pulsing with countless colors, a doorway of discovery. The unknown isn't an enemy, Sonic said, panting, his quills still sparking. It's an invitation. Zordon's voice echoed through the Megazord's speakers. Indeed, when we embrace uncertainty, we become the architects of our own destiny. Mario tipped his cap. Looks like we've got another adventure, huh? Bowser grumbled, but a faint smile cracked his scaly face. You know, maybe I'll try a different kind of kidnapping next time. Amy swung her hammer, the pink metal gleaming. Let's prove we can handle any mystery together. Mega Man extended his hand, the arm cannon humming with residual energy. If there's a new robot master out there, I'm ready. The heroes stepped through the doorway, each feeling the pull of new worlds, unexplored levels, untold stories, fresh challenges. The unknown had not been destroyed, it had been transformed. Its potential was now a gateway, not a void. Epilogue: The Legacy of the Unseen. Back in their own realms, the heroes carried a fragment of the unknown's light, a tiny crystal that pulsed with possibilities. They placed it in a hidden alcove, a reminder that mystery is not something to fear, but something to embrace. Whenever a new adventure beckoned, a glitch in a platform, a sudden storm in a kingdom, a malfunction in a lab, the crystal glowed, urging the heroes forward. And somewhere, beyond the veil of reality, the unknown smiled, its darkness softened by the very courage it once feared. For in the hearts of Sonic, Amy, Mega Man, Mario, Bowser, and the Power Rangers, the unknown was no longer a threat. It was the next level waiting to be played.